Members of the National Assembly have already begun making their way into the House. Remember, this is a resumption of the plenary sittings following a 3-week recess that the members had embarked on, during which, once the ABAC, it is the kicking off of critical legislative stretch during this 13th Parliament. And of course, we recall that during the 3-week recess, there were parliamentary by-elections for the All Kalou representative, or the All Kalou constituency representative. And this afternoon, as is the procedure of the House, there will be the administration of oath following the All Kalou by-election. And this is part of the business that the members this afternoon shall be transacting. The member for, or the new member for the All Kalou constituency, that is Sami Douglas Kamau Waweru Ngotho, who will be representing the members or the constituents of All Kalou, shall this afternoon be taking oath of office. He is a member who was elected under the Democracy for the Citizens Party, that is the DCP. His winning of the seat, of course, follows the July 16th, 2026 parliamentary by-election. And the member, just a few information regarding his election is that he managed to garner this parliamentary by-election following the death of the member, the immediate former member, that is David Njuguna Kiaraho, who passed away in March 2026. So this afternoon, the administration of oath shall be done for the newly elected member. That is the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Dr. Moses Masika Wetangula, has already made his way into the House to preside over this afternoon sitting. You will allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast that is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in partnership with Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. My name is Kamche Menza. Good afternoon.
Waheshimiwa, tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umetuonya nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala wa haki ya wanadamu. Tunakusihi utazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao wameridhika kutuita tutekeleze shughuli muhimu za jamhuri yetu. Tunakuomba uteremshie baraka zako sisi tukutanika hapa, na utujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako siendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu, na wale ambao hajasawa msikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Sergeant. Sergeant, ring the quorum bell. Yes, Basak.
So the prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, the Speaker has indicated that the quorum at the commencement of the House has not been attained yet, and therefore has directed that the quorum bell be rung for 10 minutes. This is to give room for more members to be able to make their way into the House to join their colleagues already in the chamber. So the quorum has been attained. Allow me to hand you over.
Honorable members, those senators sitting in the gallery, will you vacate the Vice President, Deputy President's seat? I allowed you in the Speaker's row and not to sit on the Deputy Speaker's seat. Deputy President's seat, sorry. Order, and Sergeant at Arms, you know the rules of the House. You don't need the Speaker to pronounce himself on this for you to enforce the rules which you know. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can take that seat except the Deputy President.
We are ready, yeah?
Okay, clerk, we have quorum. Can we proceed?
Order number 1, administration of oath. Waweru Sami Douglas Kamau or Kalou. No, they don't rise.
Order. Order, honorable members. You know that when you are swearing in your colleague, it's done in absolute silence. You can celebrate thereafter. And the celebration will be in the garden out there, not on the floor of the House. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you a Christian or a Muslim?
I'm a Christian.
You swear by the
Honorable
Bible?
Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I beg to introduce to you the member-elect for all Kalou constituency, namely Sami Douglas Kamau Waweru.
You, the Bible?
Bible, yes.
Here. Lift the Bible in your right hand and recite this oath. Starting with your name.
I, Sami Douglas Kamau Waweru, having been elected a member of the National Assembly, do swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the people and the Republic of Kenya, that I will obey, respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of a member of Parliament. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You may proceed and sign to your oath of office. Next order. Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Order Sunguli, take your seat. Members on their feet, take your seats. Member for Tarakaniti, take the nearest seat. Honorable members, I have a message from His Excellency the President, a referral of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill 2024. Honorable members, I take this opportunity to welcome you back from the short recess. It is my earnest expectation that honorable members have recharged and stand ready for the odious legislative task awaiting the House during this part of the 5th session. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 42 on messages, I wish to convey to the House a message from His Excellency the President regarding the referral of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024, back to Parliament for reconsideration. Honorable members, in the message, His Excellency the President informs the House that in exercise of the powers conferred upon him by Article 115(1)(b) of the Constitution, he has declined to assent to the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill 2024 and has accordingly referred the bill back to the National Assembly for reconsideration, expressing specific reservations thereto. In the Presidential Memorandum, honorable members, the President has expressed reservations on clauses 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27 of the bill. Consequent to those reservations, the President has detailed the reasons in respect of his refusal to assent to the bill and made recommendations thereof on the specific clauses for consideration by the House. Chief among these concerns is the definition of foreign and local farms, which is impractical and inconsistent with the government's goal of attracting foreign direct investment, mobilizing private capital, and improving the business environment. Honorable members, you may recall that the said bill was passed by both the National Assembly and the Senate on 28th November 2024 and 12th May 2026, respectively. Thereafter, I presented it to His Excellency the President for assent in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. In view of the President's referral for reconsideration, the House is now required to consider the President's reservations to the specific clauses. Honorable members, Standing Order 154.2 requires the House to consider the President's reservations within 21 days upon receipt of the memorandum. In this regard, the message from His Excellency the President, together with the Presidential Memorandum of Referral, are hereby referred to the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning for consideration. The committee is required to table its report soonest to enable the House to consider the President's reservations within the said timelines. Upon conclusion of the consideration of the President's reservations by this House, I will transmit the decision of the National Assembly to the Senate, seeking its concurrence on the said decision. All members, may I at this point remind the relevant committee, and indeed the House, that the Speaker's communication of 28th July 2015 concerning the consideration of the President's reservations to a bill and amendments thereto will apply as shall be necessary. For avoidance of doubt, this is in relation to the voting threshold required for passage of any amendments proposed by the committee or an individual member that have the effect of fully accommodating or that do not fully accommodate the President's reservations as contemplated under Articles 115 and 122 of the Constitution. Honorable members, I wish to further reiterate that as per established practice, only sections of the bill that have reservations ought to be considered. I now direct the clerk to circulate the memorandum from His Excellency the President to all members so that they familiarize themselves with its contents. The House is accordingly guided. Thank you. You have the
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 28th July, 2026. A, the following legal notices from the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. A, legal notice number 111 of 2026 relating to the gambling control licensing regulations 2026. B, legal notice number 112 of 2026 relating to the gambling control conduct of gambling operations regulations 2026. C, legal notice number 113 of 2026 relating to the gambling control foreign-based operators regulations 2026. D, legal notice number 114 of 2026 relating to the gambling controlling advertising regulations 2026. E, legal notice number 115 of 2026 relating to the gambling control, the conduct of a national lottery regulations 2026. And E, legal notice number 115 of 2026 relating to the gambling control in gambling appeals regulations 2026. Honorable Speaker, B, legal notice number 127 of 2026 relating to the tourism enterprises regulations 2026, report on public participation undertaking during the development of regulations, regulatory impact statements and explanatory memoranda from the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. C, division. Honorable Speaker, this is a very important...
Order, members. Order Wanjiku Muya. Order, members. You can still exhibit your exuberance in low tones.
Yeah. Wanjiku Muya, you are behaving like a head girl of a primary school. Please.
Order. There's nothing out of order. Go on.
Now, this is a very important. This is an important.
Order, Owen.
Legal notice.
Wanjiku Muya, to begin with, you're out of order. Even when I call you to sit down, you remain standing. The order. I have always told you, in a House of Parliament, there is candor and banter of debate. Look up the dictionary what those two words mean.
Honorable Speaker, C. In C, Ngogoyo, this is important for you. Listen now. C. Decision of the National Assembly on the report
what is out of order?
on inquiry into the conduct.
Hold on, Baya. Gogoyo, what's out of order?
Mr. Speaker, I raise understanding order number 1. As the chair of the Public Service Commission, which you heard, Mr. Speaker, they are members of the Parliamentary Service Commission. They are members of the Senate that are present. I would indulge you, Mr. Speaker, that you recognize them as their chair. You recognize them at the Speaker's row, led by the Honorable Ngotho.
Order. Take your seat. You are totally out of order. You are totally out of order.
Mike.
Go on,
C.
Owen.
This is very important because it's a decision of the National Assembly, and I think we need to hear this. C. Decision of the National Assembly on the report on inquiry into the conduct of the British Army Training Unit in Kenya, Batuk. D. Report of the Auditor General of Financial Statements for the years ended 30th June 2021, 30th June 2022, 30th June 2023, 30th June 2024, and 30th June 2025, and the certificates there in respect of the following. 1. Cheptil Secondary School. 2. Gatue Mixed Secondary School. 3. Igwanjau High School. 4. Iku Girls High School. 5. Kanyuambora Boys High School. 6. Kiamuriuki Secondary School. 7. Kipsigis Secondary School. 8. Mungore Girls Secondary School. 9. Nasokol Girls Secondary School. 10. Ngaita Girls Secondary School. 11. Ngaremara Secondary School. 12. PCA Kimuka Girls Secondary School. 13. Salvation Army Makunga Makunga Secondary School. 14. Sipala Friends Boys High School. 15. Tachasis Girls Secondary School. And 16. Talek Boys Secondary School. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations, Major Bashir.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 28th July 2026. Reports of the Royal Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on the following. 1. Inspection visit to the Kenyan Embassy in Rabat, Morocco from 22nd to 25th March 2026. And inspection visit to the Kenyan Embassy in Cairo, Egypt from 26th to 30th March 2026. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Bashir, Chair, Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations.
Notice of motion. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of following motion that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations on its inspection visit to the Kenyan Embassy in Rabat, Morocco from 22nd to 25th March 2026, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 28th July 2026. I have another one, Honorable Speaker. Another notice of motion. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give the following notice of motion that this House adopts the report of the Royal Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on its inspection visit to the Kenyan Embassy in Cairo, Egypt, held from 26th to 30th March 2026, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 28th July 2026. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Before we go to statements, honorable members, in the Speaker's gallery, allow me to welcome Malaa Secondary School from Booni Makueni, and Sam Pioneer School from Bomet, East Bomet. And in the public gallery, we have Maryland Chuluni School from Kitui, East Kitui, Chemasingi Secondary School from Konoin, Bomet, Kiandangai Secondary School from Ndia, Kirinyaga. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. I also take the opportunity, I believe the non-students in the Speaker's gallery are those accompanying the new elected member. I also welcome them to the House of Parliament. Next. I have no information about their presence. Go on. Yes. Request for statement, John Kagusha.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me take this earliest opportunity to first congratulate the newest Member of Parliament, Same Douglas Kamau Waweru, our new Member of Parliament for all Kalou constituency, in a well-deserved win and landslide win. Honorable Speaker, let me also take this opportunity to recognize the members of Senate who are also seated in the Speaker's gallery, led by Honorable Medhu. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2c, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding the production, distribution, regulation, and consumption of that generation alcoholic beverages in Kenya. Honorable Speaker, alcohol and substance abuse remains a major public health, social, and economic challenge in the country. In recent months, residents of Mukurweini constituency have expressed growing concern over the widespread availability and consumption of Diamond brand third generation alcohol, commonly known as Kadaya. The product is reportedly sold at a relatively low cost and is easily accessible, particularly to young people and other vulnerable members of society. Residents have further raised concerns regarding the apparent effects associated with the consumption of the product, with reports that some consumers exhibit severe intoxication and impaired judgment after consuming relatively small quantities. These concerns, Mr. Speaker, have given rise to public anxiety over the authenticity, composition, quality, and safety of the product, including allegations that counterfeit or adulterated versions may be circulating in the market. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. Number one, the licensing and regulatory status of Diamond brand third generation alcohol, or Kadaya, and other similar alcoholic beverages, including the approvals issued for the manufacture, distribution, and sale by national authority, for the campaign against alcohol and drug abuse, NACADA, Kenya Bureau of Standards, KEBS, and the Ministry of Health in collaboration with county governments and other relevant agencies. Number 2, a report on the lab tests conducted by the government chemists and KEBS and other relevant agencies to determine the suitability of kadaya for human consumption and compliance with prescribed safety and quality standards, and if not, reasons for its continued production and sale. Number 3, the measures being implemented by the government to strengthen regulation, surveillance, and enforcement against the unlawful manufacture, distribution, and sale of illicit, counterfeit, and non-compliant alcoholic beverages, particularly in Mukurweini constituency and Kenya at large. Number 4, the interventions and consumer protection measures being undertaken to address the prevalence of abuse of that generation alcoholic drinks such as kadaya in Mukurweini constituency and other affected regions, including product recalls and seizures, prosecutions, awareness campaigns, and rehabilitation of victims. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, what's your point of order? KJ? Give him to.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you. And I am standing, Mr. Speaker, I am standing in relation to our standing orders, and I needed for you to pronounce yourself in the House on a matter that is very clearly on our standing orders that has to do with the prohibition of party symbols and party insignia in Parliament, Mr. Speaker. Knowing full well that if there was only one member showing up in a certain color in the House, then we would have taken it to be the member's wardrobe. However, we are seeing a gang of 13 members of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, who are donning party insignia on the floor of the House, Mr. Speaker. And I would not want to take it away from them because, Mr. Speaker, the young gentleman who has joined the House won convincingly in his constituency, and we would like to welcome him to Bunge and let him know that there are standing orders that guide how the members ought to present themselves in the House. And 13 members of Parliament are a minority, are a sure minority in this House. That there is nothing they would come to tell people who are standing in their numbers, in their majority, Mr. Speaker. You ought to look at yourselves and see that there is only 13 of you up against hundreds of members of Parliament, and you're totally out of order. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable KJ. Order, Kimilu. Order. I have yet. Hello. Order. Members, take your seats. Kawanjiku. Mheshimiwa. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, KJ. Order, KJ. Don't let the excitement overrule you. Honorable members, it is true what you are saying, but I am not aware the colors that the few members are wearing. Order. Order, members. If the Speaker will be subsequently convinced that what you are wearing are party insignia or colors, then we will tell you that they are out of order. But for today, because we have a president, when Honorable Kawanjiku won his elections, even Honorable KJ came to this chamber wearing party colors. And it was allowed because it was a special occasion for the House. From today onwards, unless it's such a special occasion, we do not entertain party uniforms in the House. And you know that is part of our standing orders. But as I said, it is possible that members can all come wearing black suits, can all come wearing yellow suits, but the moment you turn them into party symbols and party agitation in the House, you will be ruled out of order. Order, Honorable Mureu. Order. As a senior lawyer, I'm sure you know your standing orders. So, go on. Order, Honorable Kagusha's statement will be, is Ngogoyo here? Sorry, Tongoyo?
Yeah, Honorable Speaker.
When can you respond?
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, maybe before I do, it is unfortunate you keep referring me to confusing with Ngogoyo.
Yes, your names are almost similar.
But he's a bad guy.
Yes.
Anyway, notwithstanding, Honorable Speaker, considering the much backlog that we have before us, and that this kind of a question may concern several agencies, allow me to respond within 3 weeks, Honorable Speaker.
3 weeks?
Yes, please.
Order, Honorable Kagusha, you'll get a response in 3 weeks. Response to a request by Abubakar Talib, nominated member. Is the member in the House? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In response to the statement being sought by Honorable Talib regarding continued enforcement of the night to dawn curfew in part of Lamu County, I want, and the member wanted in particular to know, Honorable Speaker, you can kindly protect me from the very probably excited members of
Order, members.
Of Grasshoppers Party.
Order, members.
So,
go ahead.
The member in particular wanted to know the reason for the continued enforcement of the night to dawn curfew in Lamu despite the court order issued on the 21st May, and a report on the number of individuals arrested or detained in Lamu County during the curfew hours since the court order was issued.
Honorable McLap, what's your point of order? Give him the mic. Give the mic to Honorable McLap. There you are, next to you.
Thank you, Mr.
What
Speaker.
is out of order?
Mr. Speaker, protect her so that we can hear this very important information from the same members who condemn themselves from this side, and in some few minutes, they converge together, Mr. Speaker. Protect us so that we can hear this very important information, Mr. Speaker.
Go on, go. Tongoyo, go on. Go on.
So I will pick from where I left, Honorable Speaker. The member wanted to know the disciplinary and administrative measures being taken against the police officers alleged to have enforced the curfew contrary to the court orders, and the action being taken to ensure compliance with the court order. And I respond as follows. The ministry wishes to clarify the government has not acted in breach of the High Court order issued on the 21st May. And I underline, Honorable Speaker, that which suspended the enforcement of the night to dawn curfew in Lamu and specified areas within the Boni Forest security corridor. The court order only suspended enforcement of the curfew. It did not restrain the National Police Service or other security agencies from undertaking the lawful security operation, including the patrol, intelligence gathering, surveillance, vehicle inspection, identification checks, checkpoints, and other counter-terrorism innovation necessary for the maintenance of the public order and the national security. The security station in such part of Lamu remain a unique and sensitive due to persistent threat posed by the terrorist groups, particularly Al-Shabaab operatives who continue to exploit the geographical characteristic of the area to facilitate movement, recruitment, and the commission of terrorist attacks. Consequently, security agencies have continued to implement intelligence-led and targeted security operations aimed at preventing terrorist activities, disrupting criminal networks, and safeguarding residents, visitors, and critical national infrastructure. These measures are undertaken pursuant to the constitutional and the statutory mandate of the National Police Service to maintain law and order, preserve public safety and security, prevent and deter criminal, and protect life and property. The ministry wishes to emphasize that these lawful security interventions do not constitute a curfew, nor do they amount to its reintroduction in any form. Members of the public remain free to move, subject only to reasonable security screening and verification procedures undertaken in the interest of the public safety. Accordingly, Mr. Speaker, the continued establishment on roadblocks and the security screening measures should not be construed as a violation of the court order, but a legitimate policing intervention aimed at countering terrorism and ensuring safety and the security of all persons within the affected areas. Honorable Speaker, regarding the individuals ever arrested or detained, I want to respond as follows. The ministry confirmed that no person has been arrested or detained in relation to the enforcement of the suspended curfew since the court order of the 21st May. On the last part, Honorable Speaker, the ministry confirmed that no police officer has been found to have violated the court order. Officers deployed within the affected areas continue to undertake lawful policing duties under the supervision of their respective commandants and within the scope of law. Accordingly, no disciplinary or administrative action has arisen in relation to the alleged enforcement of the suspended curfew. The ministry confirmed that the Police National Service is fully compliant with the court order and that no curfew is currently in force within Lamu County. I repeat, Honorable Speaker, currently there is no curfew currently in force within Lamu County. And to ensure continued compliance with the court directive, the NPS has undertaken the following measures. I think those are general. I think I've already mentioned those, Honorable Speaker. And the ministry remains fully committed to upholding the rule of law, respecting court decisions, ensuring that all security operations are conducted within constitutional and applicable laws, within protecting the lives, property, security of all residents of Lamu County. Signed by Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, Secretary for Internal and National Administration. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Taib. Give him the mic.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I find that response from the chairman very misleading, as they still the enforcement of curfew is still in place. So I don't know what answer is giving regarding to there is no curfew in Lamu. Thank you.
Sorry, Taib, can you repeat what you said?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. What I'm saying is, I think Honorable Chairman is misleading this House. There is curfew in place in Lamu. They are all over roadblocks, all the way from Isoe all the way to Mpeketoni. So I really don't understand when he says there is no curfew enforcement and there are no roadblocks on the road to Lamu. Thank you.
Yes. Honorable Member for Garsen.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Speaker, I think the Chair of Security is misleading. You know that roadblock starts from my constituency. That is an economic sabotage. Chair, to sabotage the people of Lamu and Tana River. So the government has security and machineries. That roadblock should be removed to help the people of Tana River and Lamu, Chair. Mr. Speaker.
Tongoyo. Tongoyo.
Honorable Speaker, I still want to confirm to the House and to the member that as read out, there is no curfew in place in Lamu. and we should not confuse security operations and screening and roadblock to mean curfew, Honorable Speaker. So that is the statement, and that remains so. And I will also want to really call upon my colleagues to appreciate the security situation in Lamu, which has been in a big extent been achieved because of the security checks in place, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Roida. Order, members. Can you disband these multiple kamkunjis I'm seeing in the house? Order.
Mr. Speaker, tunazungumzia mambo muhimu na hawa watu wa 10 kwa moja wanatusumbua leo, na hii ni mambo muhimu. Wale maskini akipata matako liambata. Waambie tuache tuendelee na kazi. Hiyo iliisha na sisi tulipata 10 wao wakapata 1. Tosha, finish. Sasa Mr. Speaker, Lamu wanatuchukulia kama ambao sisi si muhimu, si binadamu. Bwana Speaker, kutoka yule mzungu alipochukuliwa kabla hata ni 2013, sisi Lamu tumekuwa hatuna raha. Tunafungiwa watu, chairman anasema hakuna curfew, lakini barabara ya Bargoni paka Kiunga haipitiki. Paka upitishwe na jeshi. Huwezi pita mwenyewe hivi hivi. Watu wa Kiunga kuja Mokoe wanatumia boat. Na usiku mimi napita hiyo barabara. Nikizungumza hapa mimi naipitia hiyo barabara. Kukiwa na shida hapa, pengine niko eneo bunge langu na natakikana asubuhi. Lamu imefungwa, hakuna airport, huwezi toka by air, huwezi toka by road. Huwezi toka kwa sababu hata ile airstrip pale airport haina hizi zile zinaitwa runway light. Hata kukiwa na emergency, mtu akipata, kama kuna incident ilitokea, Bwana Speaker, kuna msichana alianguka kule, alikwenda matembezi, ndege ya kumtoa haikupatikana, yule msichana alikufa. Njia ya barabara huwezi pita, wakisema hakuna curfew nini. Mimi mwenyewe kama mbunge paka nipigie simu kama kuna emergency nipewe escort nitoke. Kwa hivyo curfew iko na ni muhimu itolewe. Security is paramount. Lakini mmetufungia kwa muda mrefu. Tunaomba jamani, mfungue. Wale security wanaweza fata magari au wanaweza toa time, wakasema time fulani paka time fulani watu wapite, au magari ya mzigo yapite, abiria labda. Lakini haiwezekani mkatufungia hivyo tu, kwani sisi binadamu. Asante.
Point made. Yes, Chairman. Honorable Ngogoyo.
Honorable Speaker, I think I've really exhausted what I had to say.
Just hold on. Member for Garsen, what is the problem?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this is the House of Information. The Chair for Security has no information on that road. Mr. Speaker, direct the Committee of Security, plus members affected to visit the area. He has no information, total blackout.
Yes, Chairman.
Speaker, I want again to confirm to this House that we don't have active curfew in Lamu. And I personally went with Captain Rueda, and I'm sure she can attest to this. We were in Lamu. There is no curfew, and let's not confuse roadblocks screening with the curfew, Honorable Speaker. And I think the Honorable member who raised this question is already on record before having raised the issue of roadblocks. And we should not confuse roadblocks and curfews. Nevertheless, Honorable Speaker, let me finish, Honorable Speaker. Protect me.
Hold on, time. He's
Honorable
responding
Speaker,
to your own statement, so don't disturb.
Honorable Speaker,
Yes.
the Honorable member was already on record having raised issues on roadblock. You know it was not responded because the minister was supposed to appear before the committee. And Honorable Speaker, I will suggest I need your guidance. If the members are not satisfied, We have already slotted again the CS to appear before the committee to respond to a number of questions that were not responded to. The Honorable Member Talib is at liberty again to appear and able to make his case before the CS.
Thank you. Yes, Talib.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The issue of roadblocks in regards to Lamu is totally different from the other issues that I raised about the roadblocks across the country. The curfew is enforced by those roadblocks. Thank you.
Yes, Roida. You are all engaged in a battle of semantics. He is saying there are roadblocks but no curfew. You are saying there's a curfew, and you know in law, to have a curfew, it must be gazetted. So challenge him by showing him the gazette notice of the curfew.
Okay, ndio mimi nataka kuuliza kama hakuna curfew, kuna nini? Manake sisi paka sasa mimi mwenyewe nikienda nakatazwa kupita. Naambiwa sasa kama si curfew ni nini iko hapo? After saa 12 huwezi pita kutoka Mokoe kwenda Gamba, hufiki, wanakukataza. Kuna special force wamekaa barabarani hapo. Ukipita gari unaregeshwa. Unaambiwa kuna curfew. Kama si curfew basi ni nini, atueleze. What is there? Au ni shida gani? Kuna shida gani mpaka turegeshwe kwa miaka mingi, zaidi miaka 15, Speaker? Ni wapi hapa mlipata curfew tu? Mungu akatupa ile curfew ya COVID. Watu walilalamika. Sisi miaka 15 sisi tuko kwa curfew tu.
Yes, Chairman.
This is a house of record, and we need to be honest to ourselves. The Honorable Rueda, I personally visited Lamu with her, and we managed to transfer almost the entire of Lamu. And Honorable Speaker, I think from the start we must appreciate the security situation in Lamu, and even by extension to this country. What is happening in Lamu are just mere security checks and screenings, which are good for this country, good for Lamu. And I think the Speaker had made it clear. Any curfew has to be enforced by gazette notice, which is not in place. The court order suspended it, and it remains suspended as so. And that is the position, Honorable Speaker. That is the official position.
Right, we can't be flogging the same thing over and over.
Not getting the solution. Speaker, Chair anasema alienda na mimi. Alienda mchana, ulienda na mimi usiku. Sasa mchana hakuna hizo restriction. Sasa acha kudanganya hapa, kutudanganya. Tulienda na yeye tukaenda paka Basuba, lakini mchana hakuna curfew.
Order, Roida. You are using unparliamentary language. Mwenyekiti hadanganyi, anatoa taarifa. Time. And I hope you are still not arguing on the difference between curfew and the roadblock.
No, thank you. What I would request, I think, is better placed to get us the information from the ministry in regards to the gazette notice, because this was done over 15 years ago. Thank you.
And in case there is a curfew, it must have a definite period when it is gazetted. So let's go to the next. Doris Donya, is she in the house? Before I invite you, allow me, honorable members, in the public gallery, we have Katumba Comprehensive School. Order, honorable members, take your seats. Order, CNN, take your seats. Allow me to recognize order in the public gallery. We have Katumba Comprehensive School. Order Omongina. You are out of order, Jerusha. Take your seat. I know it's your first day after recess, but reduce the levels of excitement and exuberance. And I've made very beautiful gardens for you out here. Those of you who want to converse, just go to the gardens, sit, talk, and then come back to the House. I was acknowledging in the public gallery Katumba Comprehensive School, Mwingi Central, Kitui, Olongerin Primary School from Narok West, Narok, Sony Sugar Comprehensive School from Awendo, Migori, and in the Speaker's Gallery, the Skiambere School Complex from Bere North Embu. Then we have St. Hilda Kadhonzweni from Mwingi Central, Kitui, and Friends School Kamsinga from Kimili, Bungoma. Honorable members, Friends School Kamsinga is the school where yours truly went to. It is my school and I'm very proud of it. Yes. Yes, Robert Mbui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to also welcome the Friends School Kamsinga and all the other schools to the House of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, you know, a lot of times members here would always tell the students that they should emulate them and maybe try to be like them so that they can come to the House. But Mr. Speaker, I want to say there are greater things that the children can do, our students can do, than even being members of Parliament. They can go on to be great people in the world. So I want to congratulate them and welcome them to the House of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, allow me to also welcome those leaders that came in solidarity with our latest elected member of Parliament, also to welcome them to the House so that they can also see the proceedings. Allow me to also congratulate the newly elected member of Parliament for all Kalou for being elected, you know, in a landslide victory, Mr. Speaker, in such a way that we have shown that Kenyans can make a decision despite anything that anyone does. Even the gas cylinders, even the blankets, even the mattresses, even the boats did not mean anything. He ended up winning, he was called a chokora, and now he's in the House. Mr. Speaker, I want to tell the students, we are also in uniform, in solidarity with Kenyan students. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Wangwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me on the onset to welcome all the students, including Friends School Kamusinga. And Honorable Speaker, say that this is the House of Parliament. This is the destination, Honorable Speaker, that most of the students would wish to come there after their training, Honorable Speaker. But Honorable Speaker also insists on this issue of education. The Honorable Speaker, let us focus. We are happy that most of the issues to do with higher education financing, discussion and conversations are going on. Let the Ministry, Honorable Speaker, and the government finalize this issue so that students from Friends School Kamusinga, who must always go to university, Honorable Speaker, can have safe landing and undertake good education in universities, Honorable Speaker, at an affordable rate. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to submit.
Thank you. Yes, your request. Honorable members, also in the Speaker's Gallery, allow me to introduce to you a delegation of 9 members of the Kenya Hemophilia Association, led by James Cargo. The delegation is in attendance to follow the proceedings on the report of the Departmental Committee on Health on its consideration of the petition on the management of hemophilia and other bleeding disorders at order number 14. Honorable members, on my behalf and that of the Assembly, I welcome them to the House. Honorable members, you may recall, order, Sirma and your group. Order. You may recall there was a petition here on hemophilia, and I allowed you almost 30 minutes to make very positive comments on it. First, we congratulate the Committee on Health. They have finished looking at that petition and brought the report on record time. It is now listed for debate at order number 14. And the members who brought the petition requested to be invited to the House, and I did accede, and they're sitting in the Speaker's Gallery. You know, hemophilia relates to bleeding disorders. And that being a delicate condition, I'll direct the clerk that once we finish the orders on first readings, we bring forward order number 14 so that you can discuss this report in the stipulated standing order time, so that those who brought the petition can also have an opportunity within the levels of their comfort to listen to the debate and then go back to their homes. So after the first readings up to order number 11, we will bring forward order number 14, and Dr. Nyikal is in the house. Congratulations for working hard and bringing this report in record time. You'll then be able to move. I hope you have your seconder, and those who want to contribute will do so. Thank you. Next statement, Doris Donya statement. Tongoyo, you ready? Cases of missing children in Kenya.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, I'm ready.
Is Donya in the house? Yes, she is. Go ahead.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, I want to respond to the question regarding the rising cases of missing children in the country being sought by the Member of Parliament for Kisii County, Doris Donya. And I want to respond as follows. The number of cases of missing children reported in the country over the last 1 year, including the number of children traced and reunited with their families. Honorable Speaker, there is a summarized list of the reported cases of missing children by region, together with the number of children traced and reunited, and I want to quickly go through them. As per January 2025 to June 2026, Nyanza County has got number of reported 47, traced and reunited 42. Central, 230, traced and reunited with their families 160. Coast, reported cases are 83, traced 57. Rift Valley had 439 cases of missed and traced and reunited with their family 320. Eastern, 243, traced 220. Nairobi, missed were 54, traced were 12. Western, 103, traced and reunited with their families 69. Western, 103, traced and reunited were 69. Northeastern, 53, traced and reunited with their families were 37. Total number of cases reported of missing children within the said period is 1,251. The traced number within the said period, 917. On the second question, Honorable Speaker, measures being taken by the government, I want to state as follows. The government has taken several measures aimed at preventing children disappearances, improving investigation, and strengthening child protection mechanism in the country. These include establishment and strengthening of the child protection and gender desk at police station to provide child-friendly reporting environment and improve the handling of cases involving children, enhancing surveillance and monitoring along identified trafficking routes, border points, and areas considered vulnerable to the children exploitation and trafficking activities. The interagency collaboration within the county governments, local administration, educational facilities, and civil society organization in responding to cases involving missing children. Continued use of community policing structures to support earlier reporting, sharing of information regarding missing children within local communities. Public awareness and sensitization program to educate members of the public on children protection, reporting procedures, and preventing of children disappearances. Continued monitoring of emerging threats, including online exploitation, trafficking, trafficking networks, and other forms of child exploitation that may contribute to child disappearances. Honorable Speaker, regarding the confirmation of the existence and effectiveness of child protection rapid response mechanism, the National Police Service, the State Department for Social Protection, the National Council for Children's Services, and other children protection stakeholders have established and operationalized various children protection and rapid responses mechanisms aimed at safeguarding children and responding promptly to cases involving missing, abused, neglected, or exploited children as follows. The Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Protection Unit works in coordination and regional station within Kenya to verify international movement of minors in collaboration is active with Interpol, NCB for children trafficking outside Kenya borders. Specialized children protection units and gender and children desk has been established in police stations across the country to handle cases involving children in child-friendly manner and coordinate rescue and protection interventions. The National Police Service works closely with the Department of Children's Services, county child protection committees, local administration, schools, healthcare facilities, and civil society organizations to facilitate prompt reporting, rescue, tracing, and reunification of the missing children. The members of the public can report cases of the missing person through a toll-free number, Fichua, kwa DCI. Upon receipt of the reports of the missing children, investigative teams are activated to undertake such operation, gather intelligence, disseminate information to relevant agencies, and coordinate rescue efforts whenever necessary. Of course, the arrest and prosecution of the offenders and the existing communication platforms, to include media outlets, social media channel, police networks, interagency information sharing mechanisms, and they are utilized to disseminate information on the missing children to seek public assistance in the tracing. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, the policy and the interagency intervention being implemented, the National Police Service, in collaboration with other government agencies and stakeholders, has implemented various policy and interagency intervention aimed at enhancing protection and safety of children in the country. And these include, among the service enforces laws and policy relating to child protection, including the Children Act of 2022, the Counter Trafficking in Person Act 2010, the Data Protection Act of the 2019, the National Child Protection Policy, and other child safeguarding frameworks. Investigating offenses committed against children and ensure that the perpetrators are apprehended and prosecuted in accordance with the law. And of course, the multi-agency collaboration that I've already mentioned, Honorable Speaker. And the Department of Children's Services, the National Council for Children's Services, the Judiciary, the Office of the Director of the ODPP, the County Public Protection Committee, international organization and development partners, including UNICEF and the civil society organization. This multi-sectoral approach facilitates coordinated prevention, rescue, investigation, prosecution, rehabilitation, and reintegration of child victims. And Honorable Speaker, establishment and strengthening of specialized unit dealing with the crimes against children, to include the Anti-Human Trafficking, Child Protection Unit, cybercrime units mandated to investigate online child exploitation and abuse, and gender and children desk established at all polling stations, as earlier mentioned. And the staff has established mechanism for reporting, developing integrated database and information sharing mechanism to support child raising and recovery. I'd also mentioned about the Fichua and DCI. In partnership with the local and international agency, the service has enhanced monitoring and investigation of the online child sexual exploitation and abuse, public awareness campaign on internet safety and responsible digital engagement, collaboration with internet service providers and international law enforcement agency to identify and apprehend offenders. The government continues to undertake community policing initiative and the public sensitization program aimed at creating awareness on the child protection issues, encouraging timely reporting of child abuse, neglect and exploitation, and prompting community responsibility in safeguarding children. Honorable Speaker, the service has leveraged the Nyumba Kumi initiative and the community policing structures to gather intelligence and support early intervention efforts. And the introduction of the TPED for